have your attention? Perfect. Today, Vitalis and me, Santi, will give you a little presentation, roughly 20 minutes. But before I start, I would like to ask you a little question which should be easy for you to answer since you're international business administration students. And the question is, what do you think are the fastest growing economies in the world? Yeah, right now. Or last year. Pascal?
Mostly based on maybe Nigeria.
Nigeria, okay. Yeah, some more. We want the 10 fastest growing economies.
China.
China, okay. What else do we have? Just shout it. What? Brazil? Okay. What else? We have 3.
This is 2014 statistic. Okay,
Dominican?
based on the GDP.
Indonesia, okay, interesting. Some more? South Africa, okay. India. Mexico. What else? Maybe someone who didn't speak up yet? Ms. Reeves?
Based on GDP.
GDP growth.
Yeah, based on GDP growth.
Oh, let them guess. Yeah? Kenya? Okay. Okay, I think one more from Ms. Reeves and then we're done.
We still have 2 more people.
Ah, yeah. There we go.
No, I don't think it's Russia anymore. And I don't think it's South Africa.
The business people. Huh?
Bangladesh, okay.
The last one?
South Korea, okay. Okay, guys. Now, let's see what are really the fastest growing economies of the world. There you go.
Nobody gets one.
In percentage of GDP.
Nobody
So-
got one.
So what is interesting here? Those two countries you probably do not read a lot in the press. Some of them are very small countries. All of them have their reasons. For instance, South Sudan is a very young country and they have oil, only 4 years old, this country. Others have other reasons. But what is interesting for us for today is that 5 of those countries are African countries. And as we had the nice presentation of Anna and Franzi last week, we know that Africa might become important also for us, since it is for the Chinese now. So, there we go with the 5. So what is our topic for today? The topic for today is etiquette in Nigeria. Know before you go. So of course we cannot talk about every country in Africa. So today we will focus on this one. And this is the agenda for today. I will give you some background for the presentation, a bit about the culture and the religion of the country, and present the Nigerian onion model. And then Vitalis will give you some practical guidance how to behave and how to act in Nigeria, and then a little language course in Pidgin English, which is very different from regular English. So, why did you choose Nigeria? Apart from the fact that my fellow student comes from Nigeria, we should look at Africa a bit closer and also consider the history of Africa, since Africa is not one common homogeneous mass. So we look at the groups who live in Africa. There in the west we have the Mande region. So Mande is not one tribe or one ethnic group, but rather a root for several ethnic groups, or hundreds of ethnic groups. But they share the same root, and they share some certain values and ideas. And then, if you look at another part of Africa, we have the Bantu region. So Bantu again is a root for hundreds of ethnic groups in Africa. And they both clash in this country, which makes it very interesting and which provides insights for the overall African continent, since so many cultures clash together in the country. And then again, if you look at the religions, we have a similar effect. We have the Islam rather in the north of Africa. It is not precise. You also have Muslim countries here, Somalia, and some areas also which are where Muslims live. And then we have the Christianity, rather in the south of Africa, so in this part of Africa, but also some here in this region. And again, they come together in the country of focus today, which is Nigeria. So, if you look at the country a bit closer, you will see that you have hundreds of ethnic groups and hundreds of languages in that country, which makes it interesting for us, but also raises the question, why is it one country? I mean, normally you have a country and you have people there which share the same root, which is not the case in Nigeria, which is not the case in the most countries in Africa. And as we heard from Anna last week, we know that the boundaries in Africa were set by colonists according to economical interests and not according to ethnic considerations. And Nigeria also was a colony by the UK. That means the language in Nigeria is English, the official language, which does not mean that you speak with everybody English. People might only speak Pidgin English or indigenous languages. So Nigeria is population-wise the largest country in Africa, with more than 170 million people. And there are three major tribes in Nigeria, which are the Hausa Fulani, which you will meet in several countries of Africa. We put them together. They're actually two tribes, but their share is very similar culture. And then you have the Igbo, which make up 21%, the Hausa and Fulani together with 29%, and the Yoruba, which make up, Yoruba 21 and the Igbo 18%. And then we have 32% of other ethnic groups, which we cannot name since there are hundreds of them. So there you can see that Nigeria is a very diverse country, but we try to bring it together a bit while looking at Hofstede. And I will only talk about the dimensions which are very different from us, from the German society, which is on the one hand power distance, as in China before, as we've learned, power distance is rather high, which has an effect on how you behave in Nigeria if you are subordinate or if you are a boss. It depends in which position you go there. If you see the red line, which is Germany, it's rather low. And we also put South Africa in the graph to show you again that Africa does not equal Africa. Countries are different. So we are talking only about Nigeria in this presentation. Then the individualism is rather low. So Nigerians rather live in a collectivistic culture, which makes them also distinct from us, and which you should consider going to Nigeria. And then if we look at the long-term orientation and on the new dimension, which was added to Hofstede, which is indulgence, you also see quite a big difference. The long-term orientation is nothing new to you, so I will not explain that. But the indulgence basically means the likelihood that people give in to their desires and that they live for the moment. And that is very high in Nigeria. Here it is important to mention that Hofstede or his fellow students did not really conduct the study in most African countries. So those are numbers based on experts. Actually, kind of sad, but still I think the numbers have give a good overview about the society. So, important for you, if you go to the overall African continent, is religion. Since in Africa, in most countries, religion is taken very seriously. And in Nigeria, you have three things coming together. You have the Islam in the north of the region. You have Christianity, which is nothing new to you, so I will not deepen this more. And you have indigenous beliefs, which are probably more different to you than Islam. Let's talk first a bit about Islam. So it is important for you to consider some basic rules of behavior when it comes to Muslim people. And for Nigeria, not even if you talk only to Muslim people, but there are so many that some behavioral patterns are in the overall society. Let's say Berit. Can you just pass me your bottle of water, please?
Sure.
Okay, thanks. Berit did it with her left hand, I took it with the left hand. That doesn't work in Muslim societies. We use the left hand for personal hygiene and also cleaning, which includes cleaning the private, so I would never use my left hand to touch food. That's just some example, you know. I'm sorry for
That's
that.
kind of true.
Yeah, that's food because you drink it, you take it inside your body.
Yeah, but I don't touch the parts of my mouth, parts of my hand.
Yeah, but it is like in this sense, it is symbolic.
Okay.
You know?
But so I'm actually not allowed to touch anything with my left hand?
Of course, you can touch things with the left hand, but if somebody passes you money, you take it also with the right hand.
Ah.
So that's just
Come to that.
exactly. That's just some basic example to make you aware that it is important if you go to those countries. And what is also interesting, especially about Nigeria and also in some other African countries, are the indigenous beliefs. I think they are very different to you because they do not have their root in Islam, Christianity, or Judaism. So, but those things, especially in Nigeria, intervade the whole society. Which means even if you talk to Muslim people, Christian people, they might believe in some other things additionally to their actual religion. So if you see a bracelet, if you see a headscarf, that might just be nice to you or not nice, but for those people that might mean something, and you might not be allowed to touch it, to talk about it, or to be disrespectful regarding that aspect. Um, and what is important actually for most of the African countries you can go to is that you need to respect God. So in Germany, people might make jokes about God, or they might say things like "God damn it," and that doesn't go in those societies where God is the most sacred thing, or the most sacred thing on earth and the world. So that's what you should be aware of if you go to those countries, no matter if they are Muslim or Christian. And now I would like to have a look at the onion model. Don't worry, I will not present every single word that you can see there, but I only want to talk about the values. And what you see here is in descending order, family, village, tribes, religion. And that actually also goes back to the collectivistic culture, which you may find in most of the Western African countries. And the most important thing for people is the family, then comes the village. In Africa, villages are very, very important. So if I meet somebody from Guinea, he will ask me it's another country, but it's the same thing. What village are you from? And I will say, yeah, I'm from Bamako. And he will say, well, my grandfather's from Bamako, and we will be friends. Easy, okay? And then comes the tribe. So, for instance, our fellow student Vitalis here is Igbo, me, I'm Manding. So the tribe is very important. You share certain beliefs, you share the language, and you just treat each other very well, especially if you meet him or her in a foreign country. That is important for you, since you might talk to people from different tribes. And then comes the religion. So the religion is important for people, but you can change the religion. So your loyalty goes first to the family, village, and tribes, and then to the religion. Also important is the seniority, respect, and names, which have a meaning. So Vitalis will tell a bit about the names in Nigeria.
Yeah, I just want to point a little further about our names. Our names is like the way you were born into life. For you to have a control, for you to grow to be a successful person, it depends on your name. So I was listening to Carol last time when he presented name, and he said their name doesn't mean nothing. Mean nothing. Mean they just give people name, book, stone, plate. Yeah, in Nigeria you don't do that. Each name carries a meaning. These are three of my family name, including my name. You will know my tribal name today. My tribal name is Ian Shukun, and it means nothing God cannot do. So if I ask for something, He will definitely do it for me. And when I asked that I want to travel to the United States, He did it for me. So that is my name. My elder brother's name is Okeshuku, meaning gift of God. And my elder brother, which is older than this one, his name is God knows, which is Shukuman. And the last one is my niece, which is Sheka, which I take care of. His name is God is Supreme. So when they born you to life, they prepare a special name for you, and that name grow with you through your life. So that's why name is one of our core values in Nigeria, but people don't see it that way.
Okay? Yeah. Now you actually have the theoretical background to understand the country a bit more and to understand also the region a bit more. And we will start to give you some practical advice for going to those countries and especially to Nigeria again. First, we start with the dress. Dresses are important in that country. So your appearance matters. It's not Berlin. So you should not walk around too revealing or tight-fitting. You should never wear camouflage because that's also true for most of the African countries. Because camouflage implicates that you are in a military position. So in Africa, people are mostly scared of people from the military or have high respect for them. So if you do that, people might respect you, but if they find out that you're not, you have a problem. And then don't look too fancy, since people might rob you. And just in general, so instead of those jeans, you should wear those. Okay?
Yeah.
So Vitalis will take over, give you some practical advices, and share his experience with you.
First of all, I want to talk about punctuality, one of the biggest value of German culture. Punctuality is valued in Nigeria, but actually it's not a traditional feature. You know why? Because people can be late and you can't fire them. Because we have economics problem, social problem, personal problem, and we are a high context society. We look at people first. We look at the situation facing that guy coming to work and his boss telling him, look at the time you come into work. But you need to look into the guy's situation. What make you late? Is your family okay? Is your children okay? When you seek this information, then it didn't give you a proper information, then you can say, okay, you came in late and I can terminate you. So you first of all look at the personal side before you take action. But in Germany, it's not like that. When somebody gets late and they just pack up and stuff like that, so you have to be aware. So in case you are a boss, you need to know how to treat this kind of people. The other thing, we came to the punctuality. Now we're going to talk about the greeting when you get there. How do you greet people? Actually, when you greet people in Nigeria, you try to greet in a group, but in terms of seniority. If I walk into this class, I will first of all greet professor. Then I will look who is the oldest person next, which is Karen. I will greet Karen before I greet any other person. If you just come in and you just start shaking people, you're going to get a problem with them. So,
What if you don't know how old they are?
because you when you actually don't know, but you're supposed to see it. You're supposed to use your instinct to visualize it. And my professor told me, like, what about if somebody in the CEO was younger and the janitor was older? Then I said, I greet the janitor first. Who cares about the CEO? Because he's older, and him himself, we greet the janitor first when he comes to work. That's how it works in order of seniority. The other thing I want to tell you is that you have to greet first. Don't let your senior greet you first. If your senior greets you, it's a taboo. I can't take greeting from my elder brother because he's placing a curse on me if I do that. Yeah, he can't tell me good afternoon Inyain or good afternoon Vitalis. I'm supposed to say him first and say, Brother Shukuman, good afternoon. Then he say good afternoon. That's how it works. And the other thing is bow your head when actually you are addressing a good person. So, for example, you shake the hand of a good person, you're not just going to stand straight with them. You're supposed to at least give a sign of bow showing that you are lower than him in terms of age. Then come to the business part. When it comes to Nigeria, I saw Max and Sansi present the food stuff, and Sansi was getting rushed, like trying to sign the contract, all right. But in Nigeria, you don't rush into business. You ask of the person's family. How is your children? How is your wife? This is different. I like the way Sensi presented the off-city model. You cannot, in some Muslim country, you cannot ask of people's wife and children to show you that Africa varies. We have different backgrounds. But in Nigeria, it's very important. You cannot just walk to my house and just say, Vitalis, I. No, I'm going to get pissed off. You need to ask, where is my wife? Where is my children? How is their education? How is everything going in general? then we'll start talking because you use this rapport to build the relationship getting stronger. The form of address. This is also for business people who will try to enter Nigeria later. You have to address people with their title. Title is one of the biggest and important thing in Nigerian culture. Because in my village, I can have a title as a chief, and you're not just going to walk to me and say, "Hi, Vitalis, can we sign this contract?" I'm going to get pissed off too. You need to call me chief. If you know I'm an engineer, you have to call me engineer. If you know I have a PhD, you have to call me doctor before you call me Vitalis. So you give me all my titles because I earned them. I see a lot of people losing a contract just by doing this. You know, like in Germany, when you say you don't call people Miss, let's say Sansi, I need to say Mr. or blah blah blah. Yeah, it's just like that. So our title matters a lot. The other thing is eye contact. Don't make eye contact to your boss and people who are senior with you. In America, when you talk to people, you need to look them in their eyes. You know, if you bow your head or turn your face, it's a disrespect. But in Nigeria, it's the opposite. It's the opposite. You have to throw your face away. When my mom is talking to me, I'm not looking at her. She might be talking here, and I'll be like this. Yeah, just listening because I hear with my ear, I don't hear with my height. Because when I look at her, I measure her, then I measure her with my height, which is not good. They think that you're measuring them with height. Then, if you're working in group, you also have to ask your co-worker, what tribe are you? You know, where are you from? What part? So that you don't offend them. Because sometimes you will discuss issue in work, at your work, and those issues can spark them up. For example, talking about the Nigerian Civil War. If you talk about the Nigerian Civil War, it will spark person like me up because my people was killed at that time. So we don't want, you want to know where this person comes from before you start bringing talk into the table. The last one is the no. No is a very, very disrespectful thing in Nigeria. For example, you invite somebody to your birthday. Hey, can you come to my birthday? And the person says no. The friendship ends that day. You just broke the entire friendship. So you use what? Indirect language. Oh, I will try. You're not coming actually. The truth is that I'm not coming, but I will try is an indirect way to tell you I love our relationship, I love our friendship, but I'm not coming. We talk about negotiation and bargaining in class. I want to let you know that these are the biggest way of trade in Nigeria. Remember when Samantha said it last time that Germany they have tag price on different things. If I want to buy this pen, there is a tag price on it. In Nigeria, actually, it's not the case. I have to walk into the store and price this pen. I don't care how much the person buy. I price it even below the price. It's solid. That's my goal. So if you as a buyer buying something in Nigeria, when you go, you want to buy a shirt, they will definitely shit you. They will tell you, oh, this shirt costs 80 euro. But this shirt is only 10 euro. Actually, the shirt is 10 euro. So what you do, you first of all start with 5 euro. Then you guys bargain the price to 8 euro. Then you're good. So if his profit was 3 euro, you only gain 1 euro. But when you as the seller, you're selling, you also want half the price. So you say, if the shirt is 10 euro, you say, okay, give me 20. Then you stick around 11 or 12. If you pay, then you make more gain. That's how Nigeria actually make their money from trade. The other thing I want to tell you is about contract. This is the negotiation part. Contract. When you go to sign contract in Nigeria for work or anything, don't disagree with your teammates in front of Nigerians. We are very, very observant when we observe situation. And if we see that you are not the boss to make the decision, we back up the contract because we like speaking to the boss. Nigerians will like talk to the boss of who will make the right decision rather than you two arguing like, oh, let's give Nigeria will back and tell you the contract is over. So don't appear uncertain, don't appear unsure, don't appear like you are like subordinate because they like talking to the boss. The next thing is gift giving. This is another part of Nigerian society whereby the corruption aspect come into play. You don't give gift in Nigeria until you know the person very well. In business section, when you give gift, you make sure the gift is it signal the relationship you and the person. Because if you give a gift, it looks like a bribery. So, for example, if you have a manager who puts you in a job, you can not just buy the person a car. Nigeria will we suspect that that is a bribery, but you need to use your gift to signal the kind of relationship you and that person get since beginning. Then the other thing is how to wrap your gift. You don't wrap with black and red. Actually, red is danger and black is for burial. Black is for burials, like funeral ceremony. So you don't write it with black and red. And also, when you're receiving gift, also receive your gift with your two hands. Show that the person who bought the gift for you, you appreciate it, rather than just receive it with one hand or even your left hand. Entertainment. I see this a lot in German society. Pros. You do it in Nigeria, you're gonna have a big problem. You don't toast those who are elderly to you. Yeah, you can't do that. I can't just go and praise my father. Praise. Or praise my elder brother. No, I can't do that. When they're drinking over there, I'm drinking over here separately. So you have to be careful and sit it. Then don't discuss controversial topics during entertainment. Politics and religion is two big things. You don't want to discuss it in Nigerian society. Then the last one, like Barrett was saying, you give something with your left hand. It's also not too allowed, but you are left-handed. That I will accept. Since I know she's a left-handed person, I accept that because she's born left-handed. I can't discourage her for what she's born with. That I know. But if it's you who is the right hand, give me with left hand, then it's like a disrespect. How to insult Nigeria? Be careful of these two gestures. The 5 fingers spread apart is called shenge in Nigerian society. Your father, your mother, and your generation. Don't do it. It's very important for people going to Nigeria. When you stop a vehicle for taxi, you normally do like this. If a Nigerian see this, you have a big problem. Shenge. Shenge means your father, your mother, your generation die. They all will die. Yeah. The 5 fingers spread apart like this, you don't do it. You have to be careful when you are in Nigeria stopping vehicle. So if you want to stop vehicle, you find a way to stop it, but you don't normally stop like this. I probably say you put your hand down or try to lower it and hide it because 5 spread apart is called shenge. And if Nigerians see it pointing at him, you have a big problem, which is not good. I don't want you to have that kind of problem. And indirect language also. The use of indirect language is very important. Like I told you before, because Nigeria is relationship focused and eye context. And the thumbs up, we know about Americans, In Nigeria, it's not accepted because there is no voice saying expressing the hand. Sometimes you point the hand off, people think you are laughing at them. Yeah. When you do the hand like this, because there is no voice, people think you're laughing at them because it comes with a smile. And people, Nigerians see it as a laugh at them. Right.
I would like to know, do you also use WhatsApp in Nigeria?
WhatsApp?
Yeah.
WhatsApp?
Yeah. WhatsApp, yeah. And then do you use this thumbs up?
Yeah, because it's normal communication with my friend. They already know it, exactly. But in terms of Nigerian society in general, you do it to them face to face. You look like you're laughing there because like this. So, he's laughing at me because he's this, So you avoid both. But this is the biggest one. If it is like, if you know a Nigerian person, call the person and do like this to him and just hear what he's going to tell you. If you know any Nigerians, call him and just do like this to him. He will explain it to you. Now, we're done with our presentation, but we just want to teach you some Pidgin English, which is very important for you. And you will find this so strange, so different from what people are doing in this entire world. Nigerians are different. That's why people cannot listen to our music, our movie, but they love it. Why? And they can't hear nothing. Now I'm going to teach you some Pidgin English words, and you're going to follow me and then this. First is abeg, meaning please. So if you want to take something from me, say abeg, give me pencil. I will give you pencil. Please give me pencil. The next one is comot. Excuse me. The next one is knack, meaning hit. Knock the table, knock the door, meaning hit the door. Crack, meaning tell. Crack me story. Crack me news, meaning tell me some story. The next one is story, meaning story. Crack me story, tell me story. Waiting, what? Waiting. So when somebody try to ask you, where are you going? You say waiting, what? You know. Waiting. Then take, meaning long time. Take, meaning long time. It don't tell when we see. The long time when we see. Jogodo, meaning drunk. Meaning I don't jogodo, I don't drunk. The next one is Kolo. Chris, you don't hear the song Kolo Mental? You heard that song?
Sing it. I just love the song.
Kolo Mental. I know Kolo, she does. The next one is shop. Meaning to eat. I want chop. Give me food, make I chop. Sabi, meaning you know very well. This speaking sabi, meaning you know very well. Waka, waka come off for road. Waka meaning walk. Mumu, mumu means food. If you see a Nigerian telling you are a mumu, you are a fool. This is very important. If you go to Nigeria and you run into trouble, don't ask the police. Some might not speak English, some might speak English. Ask the person, where can I see Koti? Koti meaning police. How can I get Koti? We understand that you're looking for police. Or the Yoruba people, we call it Ekelebe. Nigeria, we not call them Nigeria, we call it Naija. Yeah, that's how we call our country. Naija. Vest, meaning I am very hungry. I dey vex. Meaning I am very hungry. I dey vex. Pikin, meaning shy. How is your pikin? How is your shy? Dirty, meaning garbage, dirty. Okada, meaning motorcycle. Oga, meaning man. This is what my girlfriend always call me now at home. She don't call me my name anymore. She just say, Oga, come here. Sorry. Meaning sorry. I'm sorry. Belle. My belle they pay me. We don't call it belly. We call it belle. My belle they pay me. Kasala. Meaning trouble is happening. So these are very important for you. And we're going to give you a little example for you to practice, and you tell me what is there on the board before we conclude our presentation. Who can read that out for me? And we conclude. What does that mean? Quick answer.
No, wait. You will go slow. Just wait.
Wait will go slow. Okay. Who again? Actually, it's wrong. This is the meaning. No problem. We can get through the traffic jam. Go slow means traffic jam. So the next one, oh boy, allow me when you dey enter Akada.
Call me when you're there.
Call me when you're there. Okay. One more.
Yeah, just
Okay, good. Somebody get one. My friend, let me know when you are going to school.
Is Hala like Hala?
Allah is like, let me know.
Hala.
Allah, yeah, Allah me. The last one is Naija, bam. You know Naija already? Naija, you know Naija? Bam, oh, but it's not easy to blow. So, who can tell me what that means?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, something like that. You will love Nigeria, but it is very hard to make it there.
So, that's it from our side. Thanks for the attention.
Good, yeah.
Be good.
We're not going to take any questions. Thank you. If you
Maxime?
have any personal
I
questions,
was
then
wondering, what's the language in the school? Is it regular, like British English, or do you speak Pidgin English in school?
British English, but we associate with Pidgin English outside the class.
But your exams are in British English.
With British English.
Lucinda?
Do you know if the pigeons spoken are similar to pigeons spoken in Papua New Guinea?
In Papua New Guinea? I don't know, but I can only tell you in Sierra Leone, they speak also Pidgin. and they speak similar, but it's not the same. So New Guinea is very far away, so I don't think it's the same kind of English.
Thank you so much
Yeah.
for your time. Let's keep moving. Oh boy, good. Yeah, there you go. Oh boy.